body inside that number 43 uniform. Here comes Don Wilson. He's picked up, and the pass is over the head of Alexander. You never really know where Wilson is going to line up. He's listed as an inside halfback, but he comes from a variety of positions, and trying to find Don Wilson is the problem that the BC Lions were expected to have in this game, but so far tonight they've done a pretty good job of adjusting.
An excellent job of adjusting, as you say, and again, one of the things that came with that trade with Toronto was Wilson and also Ed Berry. Don Wilson will line up on either side, whether it's weak or strong, and they will blitz him from anywhere on the field at any time.
Here comes the pressure again. Again, it's picked up, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Alexander.
Hit him in a tough spot. Hit him right in the hands, right in the chest. And Ray knows for sure that he should have had that one. McManus does a great job. As soon as he makes the cut, the ball's in the air now, and he hits him right in the hands, right in the face. It could have been a knockout throw.
Doug Parrish was just a little late in getting up on Ray Alexander, but he's upset with himself for his inability to hang on to the Danny McManus throw. 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. Lou Pasaglia, back in his 1983 season, averaged 52 yards per punt. He's down about 12 yards per kick in average now, but he's a more accurate kicker, trying to angle it away from this man, the Gizmo, but this time the Gizmo grabs the ball, and then the Gizmo is grabbed and driven back to the 15-yard line. 5:23 remaining in the third quarter.
.400 young athletes have been gathering in Kamloops, BC for the past few days. The Canada Games begin there tomorrow, and we'll have daily coverage beginning with the opening ceremonies at 4:30 Eastern. Ron McLean and Alfie Schlegel will describe them. And Don, on Monday, you're off to Stuttgart, Germany to begin preparing for the World Track and Field Championships.
Yes, looking forward to the World Championships, and I'm sure Sean Footy is as well, because France Garreau, a young lady whom he dates, is going to be a member of the Canadian team. The pass complete to Sandusky. He takes it up to the 27-yard line, taken out of bounds by Plummer. I'm also going to be interested to follow the Canada Games, because I have a vested interest in the women's field hockey competition.
And what may that be?
My daughter happens to play for the Manitoba team.
Oh, you're kidding me. All right. That's terrific. Oh,
no end of athletic talent in the Whitman family.
I'll leave that alone exactly where it stands. You haven't had any blood tests or anything, have you, with that?
Williams on the hitch screen, and the Gizmo gets another Edmonton first down. Brought down by Tom Europe. 4:41 the time remaining in the third quarter. 29-15. The Lions lead it.
Well, the Giz is such a game breaker and such an exciting player that you've got to figure out how to get the ball to him somehow. If Louis Pasaglia is going to kick the ball away from him, he's not going to be able to return any punts. Then you got to get the hitch screens, or you get him involved in the offense somehow, and he makes something happen once he touches the ball.
Casey Dunn has made something happen when he's had the ball thrown in his direction. He has scored a touchdown, and he provides the Eskimos with another first down.
Casey Dunn, a receiver that's coming in with a lot of experience here, was here last year, and he's filling in very, very well in this core of receivers. And that gives a real solid front of 4 good receivers across the board that Damon Allen or whoever is the quarterback for Edmonton can throw to.
2 speed merchants, Brown and Gizmo, line up wide left. Allen looks that way, but dumps it off for Michael Souls. It was just beyond his reach. The Eskimos do not have an import running back. They are quite confident in the abilities of Blake Marshall, Brian Walling, and Michael Souls to do the job. Second and 10. For Sandusky, makes the catch at the 40, breaks the tackle. There's a penalty flag in the play. Andre Francis catches up with Sandusky. The ball popped away from him, but he managed to get it back. There was a penalty flag in the play as well.
There was some contact between Casey Dunn and Bruce Plummer. Let's see what the call.
Forward pass interference. BC number 22, decline.
Pass interference call was against safety Sean Footy. It's a gain of 30 yards. Pretty good running by Sandusky after catching the ball.
Well, he's sneaky fast in that sense, and he's got great concentration where Andre Francis loses sight of the ball. Sandusky maintains his composure, comes back to the ball, concentration, picks it up, then makes a big play out of it.
The Gizmo takes the hit screen, gets a block from Brown, and will be close to another first down. Tom Europe made the tackle. Well, the Gizmo isn't having the impact on this game the way many thought he would as a punt returner, but as a pass receiver, he has certainly made things happen for the Eskimos.
Les Brown does a good job of coming up, and what he does, he takes on the block by Brown coming in from the slot and forces Giz to have to cut back inside. And once he cuts back inside, Europe is inside, and he makes a good pursuit angle to be able to keep Giz from going in for a score.
It will be short of a first down. It will be second and less than one with 2:38 remaining in the third quarter. 29-15. The Lions lead the Eskimos. The Eskimos began this drive on their own 17-yard line, and under the direction of Damon Allen, they are now at the 21.5 of the BC Lions. Damon Allen will keep. He will pick up a first down as he follows his offensive line to about the 18-yard line. A veteran offensive line, a very talented offensive line.
Damon Allen showing a very veteran attitude out there as far as when he came back on the field. Again, he was very content to be and take exactly what the BC defense would give him. He's composed. He wants to march the ball, nickel and dime it down the field.
As the raindrops fall, Damon Allen scrimmages 1st and 10 from the 18, throws to Dunn. Penalty flag on the play. It looks like a face mask call against Plummer.
Face mask. BC number 29, first down Edmonton.
The violation will take the ball to the 4.5-yard line.
Good play right here. This is Zoc Allen that's coming in, but Michael Souls is able to seal off that corner, and that allows Damon Allen to break the containment, get outside, and complete the out pattern to Casey Dunn.
1st and goal. Blake Marshall slips, and Blake Marshall is then driven back by O.J. Brigance. Well, I said raindrops were beginning to fall. They're coming down rather heavily right now as some of the fans scatter for cover, and out come the umbrellas. Second and goal Eskimos, the ball at the 4. 53 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Damon Allen fakes, he'll run, he'll score. He used the 2 receivers wide right as a decoy, used that pump fake to freeze the defense momentarily, and then ran it in.
Damon Allen at his best. It shows his maturity again as he comes back. He does want to throw the ball downfield. Good coverage by the BC secondary. He was able to pull the ball down, and then Damon Allen is just fluid with his speed. I think he comes by that quite naturally with his brother Marcus Allen being able to run the ball and getting it into the end zone. He does it very, very well.
Sean Fleming adds the point after, and with 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 7 points separating the BC Lions and the Edmonton Eskimos. Well, back in 1991, Damon Allen ran for 1,036 yards, but he hasn't been running as much this year as he has in the past.
Well, I think in the past when quarterbacks with this kind of ability come up into this league, they know for a fact that they can run the ball, and they try to run it a little too much because that is their main stay of getting out of trouble. A lot of times after you take a few poundings and you take a couple of hits that these guys can give you out there, you start learning to be a little more mature, and you start wanting to throw the ball a little bit more and then running when you have to, not because you're afraid.
We saw Danny McManus put together a 109-yard touchdown drive. Damon Allen comes through with a drive of his own, a 93-yard march for a major score that has the Eskimos within a converted touchdown of tying this game. Flutie waits for the ball at the 10-yard line. And he's stopped as he drives up to the 30 by Bruce Dixon. Dixon, number 36 for the Edmonton Eskimos. And Danny alluded earlier to the speed that the Edmonton Eskimos have in their special teams. The addition of J.P. Esquerdo and Dixon as part of the trade with Toronto improved special teams speed and play.
Well, without a doubt. And then when you match those up with guys like Brian Walling, and also then you got Larry Ruck and the Jed Roberts and the Malvin Hunters, those guys that go out there with an attitude, it helps them, and they are having great success of understanding that the special team is a big third of this game.
Clark has been a big factor in the game for the BC Lions, and he makes another catch for a first down at the 41. And that should be the final play of the opening quarter. 29-22, the BC Lions lead. We'll be back after this. Well, as we took our break, I may have inadvertently said at the end of the first quarter. It is obviously the end of the third quarter. Statistically, the BC Lions have quite an edge in every category. Surprisingly, this football game has not produced a turnover.
And that is something that basically the Edmonton defense has been very strong in. They've created 10 fumble recoveries and also 10 interceptions through the course of this season.
First and 10 as we start the fourth quarter from the 40-yard line. McManus hands off to Sean Millington. Millington trying to fight his way forward, but he can't escape the grasp of Rock-and Pless. Millington, a former member of the Edmonton Eskimos. At one time, they really had depth in Canadian running backs.
Certainly did, and it's a compliment to a guy like Sean Millington that he was able to hook on with another team and show his ability to play. He's a very, very capable running back and fullback.
Second and 8. McManus out of the shotgun. McManus will run the ball. He'll get the first down, and he has some room over on the sidelines. And he wisely runs out of bounds with 3 Eskimos in pursuit.
Very typical situation defensively when you have a quarterback like McManus that you know is not a threat to scramble and run. You play the defense. You cover the receivers. You don't let yourself get beat by the big play. And then all of a sudden, when he does have the opportunity to break this line of scrimmage, and then there's nobody there, he's running right to the secondary, and he's able to run out of bounds and pick up a big first down and keep the clock running.
25 yards on the run by McManus. The Eskimos averaging 11.3 yards against per season, a total that has almost been tripled tonight by the BC Lions. Ryan Hansen in the ball game. A penalty flag on the play.
About 3 yards on the play. Good penetration by the Eskimos.
We'll wait for the call from referee Ken Lazarus.
Face mask. Edmonton number 89. 15-yard penalty. First down BC.
The face mask call against Leroy Blue provides BC with another first down.
Just right up the right of your screen right there. Leroy Blue at the outside linebacker position reaches up, grabs a hand. Hansen able to break outside. Willie Pless comes in, scrapes from the middle. A good technique inside out. Is able to make the tackle, but the penalty took place prior to that against Leroy Blue.
Face mask is called against the Eskimos.
At the 27-yard line, it's first and 10, BC.
That rain is really coming down now out there.
If you plan on playing golf tomorrow, you might have to get a pretty good putter. Corey Philpott can't get beyond the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, Melvin Hunter may have stopped him for a loss of one. What alleged handicap are you playing at these days, by the way? Never mind, I don't want to hear it.
This, unfortunately, this weather condition is going to go against, I feel, against the BC Lions. One of their biggest successes that they had was being able to throw the ball downfield, nickel and diamond over the middle of that soft zone that the Edmonton defense has been playing. Now they have to run against a very potent speed defense, and it makes it tough.
2nd and 11. Trevathan, touchdown. Well,
so there we go.
Had no problems, and there goes your theory.
so what do I know about this game anyway?
Murphy, who was trying to defend against Trevathan, may have slipped as Trevathan made his move, and he was wide open in the end zone.
Just a miscue there. It's got to be. They're playing the zone underneath. Willie Pless walks up as the linebacker. McManus looks to his right a bit, and then he comes back to the slot inside his left. Must have looked off Dan Murphy, the safety, and it allows that seam pattern right up the middle.
And Lou Pasaglia adds the point after to restore BC's 14.